Hey YouTube, this is a New York half-assed prepper here with a video. I figured I would share with you some aspects of my personal or my family's communications plan in case shit hits the fan over here. I have 4 radios in front of me here. They're handheld radios. This radio here is a Yaesu FT60. It's a ham radio. I'm actually had my ham license since 1999, I think I got it. But as you can see, I have other radios too, and my communications plan is a little, well-rounded for various reasons. But anyway, this is a dual band radio, VHFUHF. It can be used to access all of my local amateur repeaters, and one of the good features of it is it has a radio battery on the back. This is a nickel metal hydride rechargeable battery, but I can replace that with a tray that holds AA batteries. So if commercial power is not available, I can't recharge the HT, I can just put batteries off the shelf that I keep a good stock of into the radio, and I'm back in business. This next radio is this is just a Walmart FRS radio. This is made by Cobra. Picked them up for a few bucks in blister pack over at Walmart. And the reason I got this is it's a family radio, and I have a family. The radio is easy to use. It takes regular AAA batteries that I have a ton of. My kid, who goes to elementary school, has one of these radios in his backpack in a blister pack, and if I have to go over there and there's 500 kids standing out in front of the school, my kid knows to take out this radio and to come up on a certain channel, and we can communicate. We also, as a backup, we have a whistle, but that's one of the uses that we use for this radio. But we also use this in the yard, from my house to my neighbor's house, just to keep track of my kid, where he's at, and so forth. This next radio is it's a Kenwood 2-watt business band radio. This is similar to what you see the employees at Home Depot and Walmart carrying around. They have Motorola's. This is like a Kenwood version of that. And it's a nice little radio, but I got it just to supplement this radio, because this radio doesn't have a very good range. So I live in a pretty good area. It's wooded here, and there's a lot of stuff around, so the range is not the best with these radios. Line of sight, they're pretty good. So I got this radio. It pretty much doubles the range of this radio, and I programmed them so that they can talk to each other, and we have very good results. From the second floor upstairs, my wife can reach my neighbor, which is I don't know, good quarter of a mile away, and find out what's going on with my kid, and it works real well. And it has another proprietary rechargeable battery on it. You need a charger to drop it into, so this would not be a good choice if the shit hits the fan. You need something like this that you can put regular batteries in if you're absent of commercial power. And then this radio here is a Vertex VX510, and this is a full-blown commercial public safety sized radio. I believe it's 4 or 5 watts it puts out on UHF. I think it holds 32 channels on the radio. It's got a little keypad on it, which I had never used for anything. But this is something that you would see. I think the NYPD had this exact radio for a while on a pilot program. They've since moved on to a slightly different model than this. But it's a nice radio. It has excellent battery life. You can carry this around all day, like as a police officer does for a shift, and the radios still work. It does everything that these radios do. You can talk on amateur repeaters, at least on the UHF band. You can talk to FRS. It can be programmed for. It can be programmed on the business band. But the range is almost double these radios. And what's interesting about this radio is Vertex actually makes a little tray to replace these batteries that I can put AA's in. Should I be absent commercial power, I'm out in the field, the batteries go dead, I can just pop some AA's into the radio, and I'm back in business. And I have probably about 6 or 7 of these that I picked up on eBay for 20 bucks a piece, I think. I got them for. And I, you know, if we have to do something out in the field, if we're bugging out, this would be an excellent thing to have. It more than doubles the range of these little radios here. But these real radios here have their place. If you don't have your ham license, if you don't have access to something like this, these will get you by. I'm actually retired from the FDNY, and on 9/11, I was down at the World Trade Center. We went into a Duane Reade drugstore, and we got all of these radios that we could find because we had no equipment, basically. These radios, and we got a couple of regular AM, FM clock radio type things just to so we could listen to the news. We didn't know what was going on. And we were down there on the pile, FDNY firefighters, and we were using these radios to communicate with each other. So they do have their place. They're light, they're portable. My kid has one in his backpack. I keep one in my car just to talk with my kid. If we go to a park and he wants to run around, I give him a radio. So they certainly have their place, especially if you have a family. So these are the parts of my communications plan. This radio requires, you know, can be programmed with a computer, can be programmed through the keypad, but it requires a little bit of training, spending some time with the radio. It's basically for me. No one else in my family can use it unless I set it up for them ahead of time. These other radios, anybody can pick them up, change the channel, turn it on, and talk on them. So that's it. It's a little insight onto these radios here.